And a very good evening, East Africa. Welcome to yet a brand new and also exciting week of the desk. Now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. And guess what? This week is going to be an exciteful one because we have so many things that we're going to be discussing about in the area of entertainment. But again, business and entertainment. Now, many thanks to all those who keep themselves glued onto the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding. You guessed right. I'm talking about none other than The Desk. Now, The Desk this year is bigger and better because how we're going to be doing our things is going to be really, really different. Now, most people were asking me, The Desk shifted. Yes, The Desk is now at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, and our repeats are on at 2 p.m. on Thursday, exclusively on U24 television. Now, it's important that you always get glued and tune in to U24 television every time it's Wednesday. It's all about The Desk, folks. Now, today, I have a man in the chair. This man, we are somehow in the same business, and it's good to have someone whom you talk to and you're in the same business. I part-time nange mpita yo in digital music. Nis here, he is the CEO of Omuziki Distribution, and we're going to be talking about digital music distribution, publishing, and the dynamics that are therein. So if you have someone and they're in the music industry, you know, the music industry has a lot of people. It's not just the artists. It has managers, it has promoters, it has everyone. Just call them up and tell them that The Desk is live on your screen, and what they need to do is sit back, relax, barely lean forward, or even stand up, because there's so much knowledge that is going to be going on here onto The Desk. Welcome to the show, Nis. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
COVID yagwao newe tuweza. So it's been a while. I have actually known Nis. Nis, I've known you ever since you were at Club Play.
Yeah.
These are the guys who ate
digital
the money.
marketing.
These are the guys who ate the money of Club Play. It closed.
Yeah, it closed a long time ago.
I'm telling you. So Nis has been, and before Muziki, you ran your company.
Yeah, Nisoft.
Nisoft, you are just doing digital stuff.
Yeah, IT stuff.
IT stuff.
App development. Yes.
Until now we see Omuziki. So when does Omuziki start?
Omuziki has been in the background since around 2016. Yes, but you know, coming up with a startup is, you know, it is not something easy here and there. Funding.
Yeah.
When it comes to the tech.
Yeah.
It is also another challenge,
yeah.
But we thank God.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, it's important that people understand that Uganda is the most enterprising country in the world. But these businesses never see their first birthday. In other words, someone starts a business.
Exactly.
And before we actually got on air, we were just talking about people looking for funding.
You know.
And it's hard for a business to thrive. It's very hard. So you need to respect people that have been, you know, with startups for like 7 and they, you know, build it to a business. True. But anyway, Nis, first, you know, introduce yourself, and then we dive into Omuziki.
Well, my name is Dennis Wantate. I'm one of the founders of Omuziki Distribution. We also have more products coming up. We shall be introducing a new product next year.
Amazing. Yeah,
for the music industry as well.
Okay.
Yes. I'm a tech guy. I love tech.
Yeah. So let's just talk about, before we even dive into Omuziki. Let's you know, because I'm also in the same business, and I know what's happening with digital music in Uganda. Let's just assess, you know, the terrain of the digital music in Uganda. For a fact, I know we're doing really badly.
Well, I think mostly the challenges we are facing. I believe we are kind of new to these things of digital music, where you find the biggest percentage don't believe in them.
Yeah.
They believe in.
They don't believe in it.
They don't believe in them. They have this mindset of, how can I get money in air? How is that possible?
Yeah.
So they would rather go physically do something than get paid there and then. That is the performances. So that is one of the major challenges. Do we
want to just box that to the creators, or is it also a mindset with the consumers?
I think it's not only to the creators. We believe, actually us, we've noticed that making so much awareness to the creators it won't get us anywhere if we've not sensitize these consumers.
The consumers,
Because at one point a consumer would wish to support their artist, and they don't know how. They believe that if the person throws out a concert, that's when I'll be able to support that.
That's it.
My person or the creator.
So the streaming culture here in Uganda. I was talking to someone the other day. I was on a call, and they were just trying to find out, because we were doing, you know, the different, you know, DSPs, the different DSPs, and we're finding out, and the person is there and is thinking, Shadrach, I cannot spend all that money in Uganda because there's no traffic. You know, is that a thing about the artists not playing their part, the content creators not playing their part? Is it us Ugandans who are adamant we don't want to buy music? Is it even a thing?
Contrary, when you look at the Nigerian industry, they always applaud the Ugandans.
Interesting.
You know that?
Yes.
Actually, not only even Nigerians. We've heard about the Americans crediting Ugandans, the Jamaicans. So what are they doing in Uganda that Ugandans
are not doing in Uganda? Amazing.
You understand?
Yes.
So I think you will find even the artist himself or herself is much promoting the Nigerian song than pushing their own song.
So this is where you find someone on TikTok using someone else's song.
And this person is an artist, a very good artist. I'm not trying to mean that they shouldn't use other sounds from outside, but theirs should be at least 80% because it's their product.
That's your product. Yes.
So how best would you wish your fans to follow you, yet you're pushing more of
someone else's
product? So there is another challenge
with the content creators themselves.
With the content creators themselves, because they are the drivers.
No, again, you know, like I was discussing with someone the other day, and I'm saying again, you know, when content creators, artists, you know, are up, oh, we want this, and in my head I'm thinking, there are certain things that we can start with before we even jump on that which is giving you headache.
Another good point. I'll draw you back to the Nigerian industry, the movie industry. They used to do their movies wherever they had, with what they had.
With what they had, yes.
But here I would be complaining all the time, the producers are not doing this, the artists are not doing this, the consumers are not doing this. But we can use what we have.
Yes.
Support what we got home. Shadrach, I believe you have a product. For the digital music industry.
Yeah, I do.
Strictly for Ugandans.
Strictly for Ugandan market.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't wish bad for the Ugandan.
No.
Yes. So why don't all of us support what is Ugandan? Because when you look at the Nigerians, they supported their own.
Amazing.
Recently, I've been seeing Mama D trying to push the cookery something.
Yes.
Right? I was moved to check out which Nigerian is trying to push the Ugandan. Unfortunately, on my search, I didn't find any. But when Bachu something was from Nigeria was cooking Ugandans, the Sheilas, the what, they were all pushing the lady.
But let me ask you, is it an inferiority complex? Are we just so inferior to the fact that you're inferior that you can't even support your own thing, so you think someone else's is superior, so I must push a Kenyan's thing, I must push a Nigerian's thing, like you don't believe in yourself?
I think this is going to be my last interview to bring out something negative about my country.
Yeah.
You know why? We so much talk about this, and it has become
a norm.
You know? So
but
we need to push out positivity, but it's the fact.
But how shall we check it if we don't tell them?
You know? Because I believe patriotism comes first.
Right. Important.
I can't say Rwanda is doing good and BBC. You can't find a Kavera, but you yourself you're throwing out
in a car,
Kaveras, you know.
Think about it.
So it all comes back to us personally, individuals.
At least now that you talk about Rwanda, I think the people who are praising Rwanda the most are Ugandans. Not even Rwandese themselves. I've never had that.
Indirectly, we are
the
marketing
ones.
Rwanda.
Yes. By the way, I
in
figured
Uganda and outside the world.
I'm telling you, this is not a political show. We're not
No.
politicking.
We are trying to show that the patriotism in
Yeah.
our crafts
Yeah.
should come first.
It starts here.
It starts here.
Please, let's go in
Before
for
you criticize artist A that he has done this or she has done this, how best have you credited the good
the little good
he has done?
that they have done.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, Nis, let's go in for a short break, but when we return, now we start to talk about Omuziki, the different products that you do, exactly what it does. We've just, been trying to lay ground. And remember, no feelings. These are just facts, but don't go away. The desk takes a break and the desk returns in a moment. All right, welcome back. We're still live on the desk, the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding. And I'm telling you, it's getting heated up here because the man in the chair is a man who understands digital business and the creative sector in general. But you can follow me on my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Do that for Shadrach Kisame everywhere. And YouTube, it's The Desk, at The Desk 256. Just type in The Desk, Shadrach Kisame on YouTube, and you'll definitely be able to find all these episodes live. But we're broadcasting here at our home at our UBC headquarters at Nakasero Hill at Nile Avenue. Now, it's so important that you get back to us on our social media platforms and let us know what we should do, and then also for feedback, really, really important. But if it's Wednesday, it's all about The Desk here on U24 Television. Nis,
Yes.
we're still having, this very amazing conversation about digital music. And again, now I just want us to be specific and talk about Omuziki. What exactly do you guys do for someone who is watching and a young artist? Because the people who watch me on The Desk are youth, and most of them are doing music. So what are you guys doing?
Well, we thought of having an aggregating system, just like you've heard about TuneCore, DistroKid.
Yes.
However, I personally used to work with TuneCore.
Okay.
But I noticed that by then, their interest in Africa was limited. Yes. They didn't have much focus on Africa. So that made us left out. So we thought of having a platform catering for Africans. And the fact that it has roots in Uganda, Ugandans have to benefit more. So the system distributes music to over 250 stores. We have in Asia, we have in Africa, we have in Europe, all over. Spotify, Apple Music, Boomplay, Treble. We have those in Korea,
China,
yes, Tencent, but there are more. Yes. So minus that, because many people can distribute.
Yeah.
Many people can decide to come up with a system.
Yeah.
But we thought it is more to that. How best can an artist distribute their music and it really makes sense that they have done distribute their music? That is getting royalties, sales, money. We've heard about artists, like I mentioned, they don't believe in it. Why? When they distribute, they chill.
That's
thinking
it.
that money is going to come.
To come from nowhere.
But they have not made any promotion or marketing or making awareness to their fans.
Yeah, to know that the music
hey,
is live.
I have music on Apple Music.
Yes.
I have music on Boomplay. I have music on Spotify.
Yeah.
So we are trying to close that gap. That is giving out strategies. Then also we are trying to sensitize about copyright.
Yeah.
Even when this copyright amendment is going to be signed, there is a lot they need to know.
Yeah.
For them, they have this saying, copyright when you find a young
Don't take me in the conversation of copyright.
No,
People will get annoyed.
No. It's what they think, but it's more to that.
Yeah, there's more to that. Yeah.
Money won't come to you because you have copyright.
Yeah.
So there is a lot we are trying to do with that.
Actually, on a larger sense, when the copyright is amended with our industry, artists won't actually make any money.
You know? So,
Because most of the artists actually are making money through piracy. I asked someone a question, this. You know how Ugandans make money through mostly concerts?
true.
And those concerts not in Kampala. Kampala, no one is going to pay you 5 million. You have to make the money, say in Mukoma Nsimbi, say in Kitugum, Amriat. But now those guys, how they get your music is not by radio. They get your music through Flash, CD, Saloon,
Those libraries.
libraries.
Yes.
And those guys are the #1 pirates of Ugandan music.
Exactly.
So what happens that this guy from Paida, this guy from Nakasongola will come to Majestic. And with his Flash
Exactly.
and CDs, get music, take to Paida.
Exactly.
And now people from Paida will get music and listen in their homes.
They will pay.
They will pay.
Uh-huh.
And now when they listen to that music, what? Now they're like, oh, I like this new, say, Vinka or Daddy Andre song or Nina song. And they're like, okay, I like this song. So it becomes a hit now. Now when it becomes a hit, now they book you there for a show. So if you cut off those guys with the copyright amendment, that means that those guys won't access that music.
There must be an avenue how those people are going to get your
that music. Because, again, I think we'll discuss this in the last segment, but you know how bad our internet penetration is.
You know, you just move out about just near here and your network is off.
Nothing. This.
And your network is off.
So, I was saying, don't tell them their copyright, because now for me,
But it's the fact.
because practically, me who is practical in the business, I can clearly tell this copyright is cutting off your legs somehow. So, because for them, they will sing and what, but practically.
What is on the ground?
So me, I think there's, like you said, copyright has much more to it than what we have known.
Yeah.
Omuziki.
Now, Omuziki, another thing we thought about was mobile money.
Okay.
Mobile money, people used to get frustrated with this Visa card, credit cards, PayPal.
PayPal.
Payoneer.
Yeah.
Someone can't receive money,
Yeah.
someone can't pay.
Yeah.
So we thought of mobile money. And guess what? Among the 8 countries that support mobile money are the most trending countries when it comes to Omuziki.
Ah, really?
People, 98% use mobile money. One time I was discussing with one of the branch managers of a certain bank, and he genuinely told me that, you know what, the bank sector contributes about 3%. Just 3%. So mobile money
Is the real deal.
is the real deal. So that feature also has so much helped people that the moment they withdraw their money, mobile money, they have their money.
So you make your money, it comes straight to your mobile money.
To mobile money.
So then, because someone needs to understand who is watching you, that kale ntadde music wange kuwa muziki, bafunira wa mfunira wa. There needs to be that.
Thank you. We have a small subscription of about $15 a year.
$15.
That is about you have unlimited distribution. Over in nyimba zo 100, 20, 300.
Yeah.
You know how these artists or creatives drop singles.
Yes.
So they don't have to worry about, hey, I'm dropping this single, I need to pay. No, unlimited.
Yeah.
Now, when your music is streamed, of course, it generates royalties. When you promote, when you market your content,
That's the key aspect.
that's the key aspect. So it will come back to your dashboard, your music dashboard. That's why you can make a withdrawal to whatever
What's
you...
the threshold of withdrawing?
we set it to $20 for mobile money and PayPal.
So $20 ze mitwalo nga musanvu.
Nga musanvu kitundu awo.
So musanvu kitundu someone azijjako nafuna sapa.
Yes. For the bank, it's strictly $50.
Okay.
Yes. You know bank fees,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Yes. However, with Omuziki, the system takes 20% of your royalties.
So it's okay.
And it is automatically. What you will see on your dashboard will be yours. And the transparency we've left, you can see what Omuziki has taken. on your dashboard. Yes.
So let me get this straight. Nkuwa $15 zange, then olumala ne notwala ne 20%. Nice.
Ask why.
After the break, we ask why, and we also find out how government. I know I was with you in a couple of engagements.
There's a big message we need to send out.
In a couple of engagements about what government should do and what. But after the break, you tell us why, and then we see government, and then as we wind up, because we can never exhaust this conversation in these 30 minutes of the desk. But do not go away. The desk takes a breather, and the desk returns in a moment. All right, now did you know that the creative sector is currently employing over 500,000 youths, 500,000 and above in this country? So the creative sector is really as important. The creative sector is really, really one of those sectors that government and all other stakeholders should pay attention to. It's no longer underlooked. It's not like the way those days they thought that creatives were miscreants. No, things have changed. The creative sector actually employs people, and now they also pay taxes. Taxes and creatives is another discussion also. But what we know is that they now pay taxes. You are live on The Desk, the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding, and we're broadcasting here at our home at Nile Avenue, Nakasero Hill, UBC headquarters. But guess what? You are live on U24 television. Nis Wantete Dennis is on The Desk today. He's a digital music expert, like I am. And we're having a good time. We're talking as colleagues. Before we left off, Nis, you were saying that I pay you the $15. The $15. Leka tukozese z'abana Uganda banaze bategeera. Mitwalo 5 kitundu for subscription for a year. Then nomala nonzijako 20% kuzemba nkoze.
Exactly. Why? Now, like I mentioned, I've worked with TuneCore years back.
Yes.
I've also engaged with a lot of platforms. This is what I found. One, we have a challenge with transparency with these platforms. They will tell you they give you 100% of your royalties.
Yes.
But go and audit your royalties. You will find they are taking over 60%
of your royalties.
But they claim they're taking 100%.
Nice.
So transparency is key. Now, running this business takes a lot of...
I know.
You understand?
I know.
The QC, listening to your music, helping you here and there, making sure your content is legit.
Yes.
When it comes to copyright infringement, there's a lot we do behind the scenes. For the artists, they upload, and that's it.
They don't know that
what we do behind is more tiresome.
Right.
There's a lot. The servers, because next year we're also planning to extend our servers, because there's a lot.
And that's actually the most important. Data storage.
Because we introduced Vevo. You understand?
Yeah, I saw.
So it needs a lot of space.
Yeah, I understand.
Because the content is always hosted on our side, we just mirror it to the other side. So there is a lot. That's why actually, to our findings, we take a little. To be honest.
Because people come as like someone just I pay just this subscription and that's it. But I think what Nis you say that is important is the ability to audit. But then again, that goes back to the structure of our music business. Like artists don't understand that they even need to have accountants.
Actually today I've been speaking to one of the artists asking me that nze manyi kuyimba sagala birala manyi obanguza marketing ewa, but one, you strategize for the artist, they do totally zero about it. So I'm like, you need a manager. You don't need to stress about that. Offload that burden off you. So the structure
and I think because we're coming from really an informal way of doing things.
True.
Shadrack atandise oyimba Nis awulira gambe man kano kagayi kajja sobola nonkwatako kyaliwo ku kyalo tuli mu bigambo, there's even no contract, nothing. Then olumala bwemba nfuse star Nis sagala manya.
So that is hindering our growth.
Yeah.
Right? when you look at the Remas that are booming, they're under contract.
Contracts, yeah. So you find out that the lack of these instruments also end up reflecting on the digital. Kubanga now, for instance, if you give them their report, ngakoze maybe $13, they'll be like, sure. How can I make a music no, because for them, and then also maybe
actually they mentioned TV.
They mentioned TV, and that's UPRS, another discussion for another day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's so much. You know, I try so much to stay away from conversations of, music, on the desk, because I'm in that industry, but there's so much to work on.
Yeah, there's a lot. And much more about awareness, sensitization, and even accepting to understand.
Oh, yes.
Because
the stakeholders accepting.
I've always found you somewhere preaching preaching these things.
Yes.
We preach these things.
Yeah, yeah.
But on a scale of 100, you'll find 5 people have consumed.
Yeah, yeah.
I've really understood this.
But I also think this also, before we go to government, I think about our creatives. What they think they know a lot. Because you cannot advise them. Zenachikuba what?
Can you kindly listen to this song?
Yes.
Give me your feedback.
Because you're the one to playlist it.
You know? Then you genuinely, honest without bias, give your feedback. You know? So they put in a situation where, because to be honest, I'm not an artist.
Yes.
But I'm a music business
person. Yes, yes.
You understand
the dynamics.
What to be done to get money.
Yes.
I know what to be done to put your brand out there.
Yeah.
And I know how to listen to good music.
Yes, yes. Might I add that Evia Studio these days contributes like 20%.
You know?
These days going to studio and getting us, that can be like 20%, the rest.
Way back they used to say, Banaboy, Tamani Kuyimba. So what has made him?
Actually, even in this country, the ones who don't even know how to...
The brands are so high.
I'm telling you, Nis, we cannot wind this up, but government, Nis. One time we were at an engagement with you, and we were trying to do, but here, for the people who aren't there, what can government do to make this space more conducive for one, all the stakeholders? Because again, this industry is like now, like for your music, I remember you came with a team of like what, 6 guys?
Yeah.
You have a big team. Government should understand that this industry employs over 500,000. Those are a lot of youths, and it can even get bigger. So what can they do to make this space conducive to carve this unemployment gap?
One is for the government to understand this space.
Yes.
And accept that it exists. Secondly, to give full support.
Yeah.
Because trust me, we can be big taxpayers.
Yes.
In fact, we are.
Yeah.
So we need 100% of the support. Those are the key factors, I believe, that would bring us all together.
It's important that they understand first.
They understand first.
They need to understand.
This
I feel like you make a really important point, because the people that are there, and again, without politics and stuff, the people that are there, most of them are really, really old people.
They don't understand.
They have no comprehension of this space.
They don't understand. If they accept to understand this space, trust me, this space can bring a lot of revenues, even from outside countries, back home.
Yeah.
Because like platforms like Omuziki, if you decide to tax any artist on that platform, be it outside, because we've seen this Rock Kid does it. The tax goes back to the US.
That's the thing I was going to say, that it's important that government empowers the locally made platforms, because then they can tax. But now all the artists are using urban, distribution platforms.
You understand.
And you can't tax them. How will you do it?
You know? But they are taxing us indirectly.
Yeah.
The tax is going back
to their country. Yes.
Countries.
Yeah. Profit repatriation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if at least the government can support these initiatives, they can increase on the taxes.
But how will they understand this thing? Because these things are really hard. If I had a session with ministers and permanent secretaries about this thing, like the other day I was in an argument with with our boss, the former director for UCC, understanding them. The dynamics are different. Like Shadrach, no, what? So you can tell really that, you know, there's a big distance between them and what we are doing now.
I believe also recruiting people like us
Yeah.
that understand these things,
yes.
to work closely with them
Yeah, yeah,
will close that gap.
I think so.
And also accepting to
Yes.
understand.
Yeah, so important.
Because if you're to tell such people that a person can be seated here and earning as I speak, they believe ngatalimye.
China, yeah, because
China nkoko wali.
that was in their era.
In their era.
Okay.
I don't mean that that should stop, no.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of new things that have come up.
Right.
We need to embrace them. They are here in our generation.
Nis, our time is spent. You'll have to come back on the desk and we have a chat. But your last words, under 30 seconds.
Well, artists, please use Omuzik to distribute your content. We are as genuine as you believe other platforms. We support you 100%. And to the viewers, please listen to Ugandan music. Susu, support Uganda, stream Uganda.
Susu, support
Ugandan,
stream Ugandan. Amazing. This right there is becoming a pastor. But again, we can never exhaust all this on the 30 minutes we have for the day. Some people are like, Shadrach, get off movie. You know there's a movie coming.
Okay.
They're like, Vakotwagala movie. But of course, I'm leaving. But we leave when it's hot. Until next week, same place, same time. And of course, same host. Good night, good luck, adios for God and my country. May the God bless this beautiful Uganda.